Wow. That is fantastic, John. Wow. That's fun. That
That
is
is
so
fun.
much fun. Welcome back, John. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Walter. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing amazing. And everybody out there, welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, I am Walter, your independent travel advisor with Where's Walter Travel. We book your cruises, land, luxury, and expedition. And tonight, we are welcoming back a good friend, John Diorio, now with Celestyal Cruises. Maybe you haven't heard of them. Maybe you've heard a little bit about them, but tonight you're going to learn a lot more about this cruise line. And if we can help you plan your Greece or Mediterranean adventure, certainly reach out. Where's WalterTravel.com. There's links down in the description. And if you've got questions, please do drop them in the chat. John is here for about an hour. If you want your questions answered about Celestyal, you're going to get them right from the source. So, how was that, John? Was that good? Was that a good intro?
Great. Can you take a breath and grab a drink of a sip of something?
Yeah, hold on.
That was like a 20-minute introduction. I love it. Thank you, Walter. It is so good to see you again. You know, it's funny. I know we're doing this kind of remote, and I was thinking as I was driving today, I was like, oh my God, if we timed this perfectly, I could have came to the house. We could have done this live in person because we're not far away from each other.
We are not. No, so next time I'll make, I make homemade pasta.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, listen, I'll bring the bruschetta. I got some fresh mozzarella and some tomatoes. We got it.
See,
we'll do Italian night, Walter and John.
We'll do Italian night and we'll talk Mediterranean. There you go.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so next time.
There's a big debate, and I'm starting to what is the best olive oil? Greek, Spanish, or Italian? That's a great poll to put out to your viewers. And I'm struggling with that question right now because growing up Italian, it was Italian olive oil, but I honestly think it's Greek olive oil is better. I gotta say that. All the Italians hate me right now.
Believe it or not, Costco is famous for their amazing fresh press, first press olive oil.
100% good.
And for a while there, they couldn't get the Italian, so they switched over to Spain, and it's so good. Now they have both.
That's good.
On. Yeah. To Spain. So, I'm going to have to try it.
It's a quick story here. So one of the folks that works for me, her name's Natalie, and she works national account side. Her family actually has an olive farm she's Greece.
What?
She has an olive farm in Greece, and so they produce olive oil. And so we started a year ago creating these little bottles to do for events that we do. So we get a mass production side of things so that we can give out this amazing, and it's absolutely amazing to cook with.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yeah, she's amazing.
That is so cool. Wow. So, folks, there we go. We got the first poll question of the evening.
There you go.
Extra virgin olive oil. Is it Italian? Is it Spanish? Or is it Greek? Which one is the best one in your opinion?
And you can't go with the Spanish only because they won the World Cup a couple days ago. But I would say the Spanish olive oil is actually really good. But it's really for the Greek and the Italians. I got to be honest with you. The Spanish haven't nailed down for many other things, but it might be Greek or Italian. I'm not sure.
Might be Greek or Italian. I don't know. I always thought it was just Italian, and then that Spanish olive oil showed up, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
It's so good. It's so good.
So good. Yeah. So good. And folks, just so you know, I am truly thrilled. The Cruise Line International Association is hosting a seminar at sea in March, and they're hosting it on John's ship. So we are going to Greece in March, and we're finally going to get to experience Celestyal firsthand. I'm very excited about this.
I'm so excited for that. It's funny, the itinerary we're doing in March, I'm actually doing in 2 weeks.
Wow.
I'm bringing my team into Athens. We're doing that exact same sailing. So
wow.
I'm super excited for that. It's great. It's going to be great to have you on the ship here next year.
Yes. Yeah. So, Alex, I see you already have a question, but first,
I love it.
Yeah, and I'm sure, and that's a great question, by the way. But first, I bet there's a lot of people out there who are like, I kind of heard of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't know what this thing is. Why don't you just kind of give us a little introduction to Celestyal?
Yeah. So if you think about our company, it actually dates back about 30, 40 years ago, believe it or not.
Wow.
We were a company that was very much doing, we did a lot of charters back in the day. We did a lot of ferry service throughout the islands of Greece. And it was probably about 12 years ago, we decided to really pivot into being a true cruise line. So
Okay.
we kind of got rid of some of the ferry ships, and we actually got these two ships that were truly meant for cruising.
Mm-hmm.
And we started running those, and we had some. We were doing Cuba at the time, the Greek
Wow.
islands at the time, and the world
Wow.
changed, as you know, over the past 10 years. And so, probably about 3 years ago, we really focused purely on the Mediterranean, and we had these two ships. We got rid of them and brought two new ships in, the
Okay.
Discovery and the Journey. And we really started focusing on how do we build this authentically Mediterranean cruise line. And our focus was truly to be the best cruise line for anything related to the Mediterranean. Now, we were doing that in the summer. Our ships would typically sail from March to November, and then
Okay.
we'd lay the ships up in the winter.
Oh, wow.
And about 2 years ago, we said, well, we've got great ships, we've got great partners like yourself. How do we sell in the winter? And so at that time, we decided to start sailing in the Middle East. So we were doing Abu Dhabi, Doha, and Dubai. And these past 2 years, we had an amazing 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, as everybody knows, the war broke out the end of February.
Yeah.
Our 2 ships, we're a fleet of 2 ships. They were stuck in Dubai and Doha for
Wow.
60 days.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
probably one of the most stressful times in my career, and I've gone through COVID with my previous company that but this was truly one of those unprecedented times. So fast forward, if you think about what is Celestial, we have 2 amazing ships. In the summer, we sail 3, 4, and 7 night sailings out of Athens.
Right.
And in the winter, which we'll talk a little bit more about throughout the night.
Yeah.
In the winter, we're doing the Western Mediterranean, sailing out of Lisbon and sailing out of Barcelona. So
Yeah.
we have so much to dive into, as you can imagine. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And folks, their itineraries now go up to 22 days, and we'll show that to you in just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So whether you've done the Mediterranean or you've been thinking about the Mediterranean, certainly if you're thinking about Greece, you should have Celestial on your mind. But now all of the Mediterranean really is in play with these guys. And you heard him say in the winter, guess what? There's not big crowds in the winter. You can go and actually enjoy yourself in the Mediterranean, right?
Walter, I gotta, outside of you having a commitment, time constraints, you got to go in the summer. I actually think the shoulder season, off season is now the best season to go.
Yeah.
Avoid the crowds, but if you have to go in the summer, go in the summer. That's great. But I was in Greece. I did the itinerary, our heavenly itinerary, in November of last year. I mean, the weather was perfect. It was mid 70s.
Wow.
Crowds were minimal at best, and we had just the most amazing time.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. So, let's get right into it. Alex wants to know, what is your favorite port in Greece?
In Greece?
In Greece.
It's Corfu.
Wow.
So, I'll tell you a story with Corfu. So, I hosted about 40 partners there on that entire sailing. So, we have this itinerary called the Heavenly Itinerary. It was a new itinerary we launched last year. And it goes to 4 different countries. We do the Greek islands, we do Italy, Montenegro, and Croatia. And so part of the Greek islands we go to, Corfu was one of them. And we ended up securing a host in Corfu. She lives there year round. She ended up taking us on a private tour of the island. The intent of our primary reason was to cook food with someone local.
Oh, wow.
So she found this restaurant for us, and this mother who owns the restaurant, her mother, so was there as well. And so we actually went to the restaurant at 11 o'clock in the morning. We got to meet them. We were in this small little kitchen. There was 20 of us. She takes us down to the butcher, which is probably about 2 blocks away. The butcher's greeting us with food on a table. and this is the most authentic story I can ever tell you. As we're smelling tomatoes and cucumbers, and like, what do we buy? What's the steaks we should buy? He pulls out this water bottle and starts just pouring drinks out of it. And we don't know what's in this water bottle. It's not water. It was some Greek, alcoholic beverage that was just like, and we felt like family in Corfu.
Oh wow!
What I loved about that island. We went back. We cooked dinner. We cooked this meal with the woman and her mother. And about 2 years later, we came back after touring the island, and we ate the meal. And so Corfu is truly one of the most amazing places. I absolutely love that place.
Wow, that is just a fabulous experience. You can't get much more authentic than that.
Like that's
right?
The definition of authentic experience, and very. It's just I always remember that meal. I've got pictures of it on my pages, so it's just a great time.
Wow. Yeah. And just as an aside, that is kind of what Celestyal is all about, right? Yeah. That immersion, that authentic Mediterranean experience, not a cookie cutter experience.
Yeah. I think it's funny because when people ask like, what is Celestyal about, and we can boil it down to three key things. One is it's something that we call heartfelt journeys. Like, it's about, our ships are small in size purposely. It's a very intimate feeling on the ship. You feel like you're sailing with family. It's
right.
The weirdest way to explain it. And I work for the cruise line, but when you get on the ship, you're like, oh, everybody seems to know everybody. It's a kind of a chilled environment.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing. Like, our ships only hold about 1,200 people, so they're smaller in size. The second reason is something we call iconic and rising star destinations. So because of the intimacy of our ships, we can take you to your iconic destinations like Mykonos and Santorini, but we can also take you to Corfu and Patmos and Milos and Bari, Italy, places that you typically can't go to because ships can't get into those ports.
Right.
That's the key thing. And then the next thing is, it's what we do with you when we get you there. Like, we have this backstage pass to these destinations. We've been there for decades. And so it's those unique moments that we create those short excursions for you when we get you those destinations. So that
is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's and 1,200. Wow, that's a beautiful size. Beautiful size.
Yeah, about 600 cabins. It's very, very, very chilled. We've got everything you want. We got all the restaurants. We've got a spa, a gym. We've got great entertainment, a disco. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you even have a Hallmark movie, which is phenomenal.
God. Listen,
you have a Hallmark. The movie's called Missing the Boat on Hallmark right now. So if you see it, you will see which ship was that was front and center.
Oh God, you know what?
Was it Journey or Discovery?
It was the. Hold on, it was the Discovery. No, I don't know. I'm making this up. Here's the funny thing: I don't watch those movies, and so this is what I love about my team in Greece. We didn't know about this, Walter, until about 2 weeks prior to it.
Wait, you didn't know?
Nobody told us that we had this film crew on the ship. And now the reality is, a lot of that movie was filmed on the ship, and but we had a whole bunch of scenes on the ship. And the whole concept is, they get on the ship, they go to a port, and they miss.
They miss the ship.
And now their journey is about how do they get back on the ship with us. And so,
and of course, they fall in love.
I have not seen the movie yet.
Oh, it's a great movie. Actually, it's one of their better movies. Oh yeah, it's a great movie. Dude, I am Hallmark all the way. I am Hallmark. Every Hallmark Christmas, I am watching it. But your ship looked beautiful, like aerials of it, and everything like that. So yeah, that was kind of funny. Hey, we got a vote on olive oil. By the way, folks, the question was, which is the best olive oil, extra virgin Italian, Greek, or Spanish? John doesn't want you to answer Spanish. He wants you to answer Greece.
I just feel like I think Spanish olive oil is great. It's a third place by default.
When in Greece, they like Italian oil, and when in Spain, they like the Grecian oil. Isn't that funny?
Really?
Isn't that funny?
All right. So my question is, when you go to a store and you have to pick one to buy, which one do you buy?
I'm leaning Italian every time
Yeah, I'm going Greek.
if I see the Italian.
I really am going
Yeah.
Greek. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Here's the thing. It's hard to know that in the grocery stores. Let's be honest.
well, you got to look for, you look for the DOP, right? You look for
That's true.
for
Now
the
you're
actual.
spot on with
You're
that.
going to pay more, but if you get that symbol on there,
It's worth
you go
it.
for that.
Listen,
So this is a great question. What feedback are you hearing from longtime cruisers on the mainstream lines that try Celestial?
what they'll come back and say is they didn't realize the places we could take them to. Like it's one thing to see the itinerary, but it's another thing when you actually go to these destinations that you're not typically used to going to.
Mm-hmm.
You get and you have this immersive experience. And like I said, I love Santorini and Mykonos. I've done it. I don't have to go back again. I got to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're beautiful islands.
Right.
However, if I want to see Greek islands, I want to see the islands that I don't typically see on Twitter or Twitter, whatever it's called now, X. TikTok. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But
Right.
Anybody can promote Santorini and Mykonos.
Mm-hmm.
What our guests love is the islands we take them to that you don't typically go to.
Mm.
So,
And that is the advantage of the small ship.
100%, because you can't get those big ships in there.
No, and even if they could you imagine tendering 4,000 people off a ship? Forget it.
No.
No.
Here's the
not
fun
gonna-
thing, though. When you sail with us and you go to Santorini or Mykonos, most cruise ships leave about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mhm.
All those ships, the queue in Santorini, trying to get down down to the ships,
Right.
it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
We don't leave until 11 o'clock at night.
Whoa.
Our guests, when they come to those islands like Santorini,
Wow.
they get into Santorini, they can go do a short excursion, come back, get into Santorini, enjoy
Wow.
it a bit, and they can watch all those customers get on those other ships and leave at 5 o'clock. With Celestial, you'll be there till 11 o'clock at night, and then it things out, and it's a nice time.
Wow. And then the whole thing just lights up.
Oh my god!
Right,
don't even get me started with that.
Yeah, because everybody's like, "Oh, look at the sunset," but for me, it's like after dark, and you see the whole thing just light up. It's like, "Oh my god!" Now that.
Listen, I'm not knocking Santorini and Mykonos. It's busy there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But with our sailings, you're there late enough, the crowd disappears. You can
That's nice.
Truly, truly, truly enjoy yourself there.
That's nice, and you can even have dinner on the shore, which is lovely, while you watch the other ships sail away. That's nice. That's nice.
Wave back to them like, "Oh, sorry, you have to leave. We're going to sit here for another 5 hours."
You just got to find a friend who's on one of those cruises. Hey, you having a good time? See ya. Bye. Okay. Hey, Barbara wants to know: is this a luxury cruise line?
No, it's not. I mean, listen, I've been in the business a long time. When I think of luxury, I think of Silver Sea, I think of Regent, and they're amazing brands. We're not that level of a cruise line. We're not White Glove. It's not. We're more chilled, more relaxed. We consider ourselves premium casual.
Oh, nice.
By that is that, it's a chilled environment. We've got all the premium amenities that you want, but you don't have to we don't have formal dress codes. We don't have all these formalities that happen at night. We want you to come at the time. You got to understand, when people come on our ship, they get off the ship. 98% of the people that are in port with us get off the ship because they want to go do something. The ship, and I love our ships, but the ship is not meant to stay on board all day when we're in port and sit at the pool. Those customers are not our customers. When you want to come on board with Celestial, you want to explore islands and taste the local food. That's what we are great at doing. Our ship's not meant to be on. You're not meant to be on the ship all day.
So your ship is the floating hotel to get you there and then go off and do your thing.
And we've got all the amenities you want in a ship. But the reality is, when you get into a port, the ship's empty. So,
which it should be,
we're not
really.
In that sense. We call ourselves premium casual.
I like that. Premium casual. I like that. I like that. So shorts with a tuxedo top, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm tying the bow tie. Who cares? Right? We don't care.
I love it. Kathy says that Mediterranean is another bucket list item. How is Celestial for the solo traveler?
So, solo travels, we want them. In this industry, obviously, the solo traveler does pay a premium for that cabin, as you know. We probably get about, I would say, 6-7% of our sailors are solo travelers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's good.
It was higher than I thought it was when I came to the company. I'm like, because again, our itineraries are about seeing things and doing things when you get to destinations. It's not about, hey, let's sit on the ship with a bunch of other solo people and have a cocktail.
Right.
It's about go with 20 other people and go see Turkey. Go to Kusadasi and Ephesus. Go to Corfu.
Nice.
Our ships are about getting you into destination and having a good time.
Love it. Love it. So, Kathy, obviously, you can get a hold of me. I'll help you figure out your solo.
Put that through Walter, please.
Barbara wants to know, do you go to Malta?
Oh, it's funny, Barbara. I think it was a Barbara. Yeah, that's the second time I've been asked about Malta this week. I did the funny thing as I say this is that I did a big presentation with one of the largest travel media companies on Tuesday, and we were talking about the new itineraries, and the comments that were coming through was like, "Are you thinking about Malta?" So we have thought about Malta.
Okay.
But not this go around, because we want the Western Mediterranean itineraries we're doing right now, which we'll talk about, are truly about that France, Spain, Portugal, and obviously a little Morocco. But we have thought about, if we were to get a third ship, how do we work Malta into that? Because it's just a beautiful place. So right now we don't do Malta, but it's on our radar, so to speak.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm going to take one more question, and then, folks, we keep teasing these Mediterranean itineraries. After this next question, we're going to go ahead and present 5 of these new itineraries that they have. They're absolutely beautiful. So, John, are there shore experiences that are exclusive to Celestial or designed to give us a more authentic Greek experience than the typical line? Love it.
Yeah. And listen, cruising the Mediterranean is probably one of the most amazing ways to see the Greek islands. Whether you do it with us or any other cruise line, like why you would do the land, there's reasons that you want to be on the water. You want to come into those different ports. It's a magical experience to cruise the Mediterranean islands. We have been in that business for a long time, and so we do. One of my favorite shore excursions is you go. We have this company that takes us, and you actually squeeze the grapes and you make wine, and it's a great experience. I think that's like the first one. The second one I love is on that heavenly itinerary I was talking about. We go to an island called Catacolo, and that's where Olympia is, where the first Olympics were ever held. And so during the morning, you walk the ruins of where the first Olympics were ever held. And then in the afternoon, you go to this olive oil farm, and they show you how you make olive oil, how they pick the olives, how they press everything. And then you have this tasting for about a half an hour, and you're doing shots of olive oil.
Oh my.
Taste the different variations of how olive oil can be pressed and how the flavors, and it's truly one of my favorite excursions. Olive oil pressing, because then they give you this amazing lunch with wine. And it's just incredible.
You're killing me. You're absolutely killing me right now.
You're killing me. I'm killing myself, because I'm going to go back and do that excursion right now. And so what happened, Walter? It's funny. The lady who's talking about the medical benefits of olive oil. Yeah. You're going really? So she talks about there's certain levels of olive oil based on the purity of the olive oil that if you take a tablespoon of olive oil every single morning, it actually is very good for your health. It helps your heart, your brain, your hair, and all this kind of stuff. So for probably the last 7 months, I do a tablespoon of olive oil every single day.
And you look great, John.
A worthless
You look
tip
great.
from John, but it's something that like it's truly, and it's documented that it actually is very good for
Oh
your
yeah, the whole Mediterranean diet. I mean, it's supposed to be amazing,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we have one of those like really lovely olive oil places here in Winter Park
Oh yeah.
where you can, and it is amazing when you have like 10 different olive oils and no two taste alike. It's
They don't,
incredible.
and just the flavor of it, and no,
It's
I love it.
incredible.
I love it.
It's incredible. So, folks, before we take any more questions, I'm going to kind of work in reverse order here because I want to show the big one last. I don't want to show the big one first. So, Celestial was pretty much Greece. Like they were, if you wanted to go to Greece, you did Celestial. And like John was saying earlier, now they've opened up the entire Mediterranean, especially in the winter season. So we've got 5 itineraries to show you guys. First one is called the Mediterranean Splendor, 7-nighter.
So let me explain what we did here. So this winter, we're doing 4 of these sailings, and the way the sailings work, it goes from Barcelona to Lisbon and back. We do 2 different runs of that, and that's what we're doing this December. Next winter, it runs the entire winter season from the end of November to early March. So
Wow.
this is our inaugural kind of itineraries doing that run. Now, the great thing about these itineraries, it leaves on Saturday, December 5th, December 12th, 19th, and 26th. So if you do the math, you are hitting all of these destinations during the holidays. And so these ports come to life, these cities come to life with Christmas and all that kind of fun stuff. And
Wow.
so, I love these itineraries because you're actually getting, when you leave out of Barcelona, and so we leave out of Tarragona. And Tarragona is basically about 40 miles kind of southwest of Barcelona Airport.
Oh.
And the reason we chose that was you can still get to Barcelona. And the other benefit to our guests are Barcelona's been adding more and more taxes to people that go into the port of Barcelona. And they're like, well, it just doesn't make sense. So when you get on this itinerary, we actually leave. It starts on the 5th of December. We actually overnight in Tarragona on the 5th. And then here in the afternoon on the 6th, we actually go and we have a day at sea. So
nice.
If you come in on the 4th, you've got almost like 2 days to enjoy that whole southern Spain region of Tarragona and
That's awesome.
Barcelona. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then you've got 2 Mediterranean Riviera cruises that one goes east. This is the eastbound one.
Yep.
Barcelona, Nice, Civitavecchia, Naples, Messina, Kusadasi, and Athens. And then you reverse it going westbound as well. Why don't you tell us a little bit about these?
So typically the Discovery, which is this ship, will sail the whole out of Athens the entire summer. Are basically our repositioning sailings to Barcelona. So it's the sailing we do from Athens to Barcelona, and then when the season's over, we go Barcelona back to Athens. And if you look at this itinerary, and it's the same itinerary going back and forth, but you leave Athens, you go to Kusadasi, Turkey, you go to Sicily and Messina, Naples, Rome, Nice, and Barcelona.
Absolutely beautiful.
These are probably, from a repositioning standpoint, absolutely amazing itineraries. And, we got some great prices right now to, work with Walter to get that booked.
Absolutely. And then we've got a 14-nighter.
Yep.
This is beautiful. The Mediterranean Odyssey. You got Spain, Portugal, and Morocco with this one. Look at that. That's a beautiful.
Yeah. So think about this. So when you get to Barcelona, you can do the Barcelona to Lisbon run or Lisbon to Barcelona run. We created a 14-night where you do Barcelona round trip and you do all 14 nights. So if you look at the itinerary, you're doing Palma, Valencia, you're doing Gibraltar in the UK, Tangier, Casablanca, Lisbon. Like it's you're checking all the bucket lists.
Right. Right. And this one, I'm looking at it right now. This is available in December 26, December 27,
Correct.
and they're already selling January and February of 28.
That's correct. That's correct.
So,
These
you know,
literally just went on sale 2 weeks ago.
this is amazing. And then the one that just blew me away, John goes, I'm going to send you some itineraries. I had not seen this one before. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Folks, how about a 22-night Grand Mediterranean discovery? We got Italy, Spain, Morocco, and Portugal.
And Turkey.
And Greece.
And
Greece. Greece is in there too.
What we decided to do is, so if you think about, we had the repositioning going from Athens to Barcelona, and then we just talked about the 14-night Barcelona round trip. We actually priced this as a 22-night itinerary. And I mean, if you've got the time, I mean, look at this itinerary. When I talked to you earlier about we want to be the authentically best Mediterranean cruise line in the world,
right?
Look at that. Look at the map there.
I know.
The entire Mediterranean, and you can see all of it in 22 days.
Yeah, that's incredible. I love what Betty is saying right now. We need a group cruise.
We do.
We do, and this is the one. Yeah. Betty, it's funny because they're doing this in November of 27. Unfortunately, it's going to overlap the Christmas cruise that we're already doing. But I have my eye on this one and your 14-nighter, John. Yes, Betty, we will do a group cruise on Celestial. Trust me. I've already got my eye on that. Oh yeah, no, and you know one of the I'm going to leave this on here just for a little bit longer so y'all can like absorb this itinerary because it's stunning. Right now they're running it in November of 26 and November of 27. So if you want to do this itinerary right now, there's only 2 of them. So don't wait.
And
don't wait too long.
I will spill the beans here a little bit. Probably. We're going to probably make some adjustments to the pricing on this 22-nighter on Monday of next week.
Oh.
The pricing on this is absolutely incredible for 22 nights. Like, if you've got the time to enjoy 22 nights at sea and do the entire Mediterranean, come do it with Celestial and book through Walter.
It's going to be amazing. I mean, it's going to be absolutely amazing.
I'm going to be on part of it, but not the 22 nights. I'm going to be on the December 5th Barcelona-Lisbon portion.
Well, you know, we're doing a Christmas markets cruise December 7th of 27. I was
these were late itineraries because of all the issues we had in the Middle East. We were like, we're going to put the ships in the winter. And so we
beautiful
came up with itineraries last minute and for this year and next year.
Yeah.
We're super excited about it.
And one of the cool things, folks, that Celestial does is they partner up with some of the land tour companies. So you can do a 4-night, 7-night Celestial cruise as part of like a longer land tour. So if you've been thinking, you know what, I want to go explore Greece, but I also want to hit all the islands, Celestial is actually part of that.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. So we were talking a lot about the Western Med, but our core product is we do 7-night itineraries throughout the entire summer, basically March to November. We have 2 different 7-night itineraries. And we're the only cruise line that does 3- and 4-night itineraries. We go Friday to Monday and Monday to Friday. And on those itineraries, you actually see 2 islands a day. In the morning, we sail for a few hours in the afternoon. We take you another port in the evening. And what I love about those is that if you're in Europe or you're in Greece and you want to hop over and do a little island hopping, nobody can do that other than us because you don't want to get in a ferry and do that. Kind of hopping. You want to put your clothes in a closet. You want to see 5 or 6 places and not have to unpack multiple times. And
I love it.
You'll see everything you want to see over 4 or 5 days.
That's phenomenal. And I assume that's what we're going to be seeing in March. We're going to be doing one of those.
March, yeah. So we'll be doing, like, we'll leave on Monday morning. We'll be in Mykonos, Mykonos later that night.
Oh, wow.
We do Turkey. We do Patmos. We do Rhodes. We do Crete.
Wow.
And we do Santorini.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
gosh!
Like it's a great way if you're in Europe to hop on over and check those bucket list destinations, and then go, okay, where do I want to go next time in the Greek island? Because listen, there's so many beautiful destinations there that we didn't go to, but the places we can take you to will give you a taste of things you've never had before.
Well, there's your new tagline right
Yeah.
there. That was
Well,
it.
our new tagline, we're going to start. We're going to launch it in September. Is, it's about Celestial. We are authentically Mediterranean. Like, when you
I
think about
love it.
what we do and where we take you, there's nobody better at that market than us.
I love that. I love that. Awesome. All right. Now, I've got another question while
Yep.
we're going. And this is actually a good one because we really haven't talked about this. What exactly is included when we book a Celestial cruise?
Oh, that is a great question.
Good question,
so
Alex.
It's a great question. So when you book with Celestial, what's included is all of your main meals and our main restaurants and buffets, right? That's included. We give you, obviously, your soda, water, coffee, all that kind of good stuff. The entertainment's included, obviously, but we include everybody gets free Wi-Fi.
Nice.
Which is great. And the great thing is we cover all of your gratuities. So right now, a lot of cruise lines are adding gratuities or making it more complicated or increasing the cost. When you sail with us, all of that is included. The only thing extra you have to pay for is specialty dining, or cocktails or drinks that have a cost to it. And so,
and shore excursions, right?
Yeah, shore excursions.
Shore excursions is a given. Yeah. Okay. And we haven't even really talked about, and Alex is usually the one who asks about the food, but I'm going to be the one. So tell us about the dining and the food, because I have to imagine that is a big part of the culture when we come on board.
It is. So, we've got that traditional, buffet environment where we got a variety of foods. We take care of allergies, all that kind of good stuff. But on the ship itself, we have Grill Seekers, which is our steak and seafood restaurant.
Nice.
That's your authentic, steak and seafood, white glove service. It's actually a really nice service there.
Nice.
We have Smoked Olive, which is our Mediterranean style restaurant. And then on the Journey, we have what's called Pink Moon. Pink Moon is actually our Asian restaurant.
Nice.
So there's just a ton of variety of choices you can have when you want to dine with us. So we make it very easy. Great selection of food, great selection of wine on board our ships. But the thing that you'll experience in March with me personally is that we have the most creative cocktails you'll ever see on any ship ever.
What?
And people are like, "What do you mean you great so we win awards in Europe all the time for our cocktails and the creativity. And so I didn't send this to you, and I wish I did, but we've got menus of the different cocktails we can make. And it's not like it's not your typical gin and tonic or your vodka soda. There's things being crafted around the cocktail. It's absolutely stunning. And so I'll send it to you because you'll be like, these are real cocktails, and they are for the cocktails on the ship.
I know what we're doing in the evening. That's for sure.
So, yes.
Oh my gosh. I love, by the way, getting back to what's included, I absolutely love that you just drop the gratuities in.
Yes.
In an age where some cruise lines are actually pulling them out. They're like, well, we used to include them. Now we're going to take them out. I'm like, why? It's such an annoying thing.
Yeah.
It's like, just put them in there. Let's just be done with it. And then we don't have to think about it. I love that.
Easy. It's the simplicity of it. It's just frictionless, right? Like, you're going to get great experience. We're going to put the gratuities are covered. We'll take care of our staff. And listen, it is what it is. But we love our crew, and they have a great time taking care of our guests. And so, the value proposition when you actually compare us to other cruise lines doing the Med, you got to remember that we have more inclusions than anybody else.
Yes, and you're definitely going to have a more personalized experience, especially from the bigger ships.
That
are out there, the big
100%,
mainstream.
100%.
And let's kind of compare and contrast, because you have been on big ships. You've worked with bigger ships in the past. So for people that have maybe been to the Med, maybe they're thinking about coming back, or maybe they're thinking of going there. You've been touching on it on and off this entire show, but I'm used to the 2,500, 3,500, 4,000 person ships. What does Celestial bring to the table that I'm not going to miss that big ship? You know, some people are like, "Whoa, there's a lot of things on the big ship that I really want to have."
Yeah.
But what does Celestial bring to the table that they're just going to forget about it and get the better experience?
So the best way of kind of crafting that is, I would say, most, like I said, most of the people are off the ship during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Come back on the ship, you get ready, you have a nice dinner, and then the experience after dinner is basically we've got live music throughout the ship. We do have a casino. We have a unique show every single night you're on the ship.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
You got great entertainment. We have this amazing nightclub that you could just enjoy some karaoke, whatever fun thing they have going on in a given night. So, like I said earlier, we've got a great spa, we got a great gym, but when you come on board the ship after your shore excursions, you get ready for dinner, have a cocktail, you have dinner, you see a show. We've got a great nightclub, or live music in our different lounges. And
Love it.
The best way of describing it, it's just a very chilled, relaxed environment. You want to go to bed? Go to bed. No problem. What do we care? But just have your own best time, the best time you can.
I love that. And it sounds like it's a very social ship, too, because it's smaller.
It is,
right?
100%.
Love it. I love Betty. Betty's getting technical here. What is the tonnage on those ships? You know?
So that's a great question, Betty. They are approximately, I'm just trying to think on the top of my head, they're about 45 to 50,000 tons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we hold 1,200 people. 1,300 is one and 1,360 is the other. 630 to 680 different cabins.
Wow.
That's it.
That's a nice size. That's a really nice size.
Nice. It's a chilled environment. The crew takes good care of you. Like I said, it's about where we take you and what we do with you when we get you there. If you like to explore destinations,
right,
it's a great fit for you. If you want to be on the ship all day and sit by the pool, which we do have a pool, that's not our jam. I got to be honest. That's not. We don't have a kids club where you can leave your kids there all day long. That's not the type of experience you have with Celestial.
I was just going to ask, what about families? If families bring the kids on, and then the kids are expected to go off and do the stuff?
Yeah. So if you think about our demographics, we're probably holistically like early 40s to late 60s. That's the sweet spot for us. We do allow kids, obviously, but most of the kids on our ship are probably between 12 and 17. There are kids that are going to be with their parents, their grandparents, their family, and they are going to get off the ship and explore the destination. There are kids that are very well seasoned, they're very well traveled. They're not leaving them on the ship because we don't have kids club experience on the ship.
Okay.
They're kids that want to go multi-generational. They want to get off with their grandparents, parents, and go see different destinations.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. Kathy, here's a great question from Kathy. We haven't even talked about the cabin types. What kind of cabins do you have across these ships?
Well, that's a really great question, Kathy. So we've got your insider cabins. We have your outside cabins that have the bulkhead, the windows, you can kind of see what's going on in the world. Then we have balcony cabins on the Discovery, your traditional balcony cabins. We have junior dream suites on both ships. They're a little more bigger bathrooms, bigger balconies, bigger rooms in general. And then we have our grand dream suites. And then we have a grand horizon suite. There's usually only one of those on our ships. So we've got a variety and then we have cabins that accommodate 3 people. We have some that accommodate 4. Most are designed to accommodate 2 people.
Gotcha. It sounds great. Like you basically got the spread.
We do.
You've got the wide variety of things to do. And Betty says it sounds port intensive, which is what she loves. I mean, it blows me away when I see some of these Mediterranean itineraries and there's like 3 sea days in a 7-day itinerary. I'm like, wait,
So
That's the Caribbean. That's
yeah,
not
it's
the
funny you
Med.
say that. If you look at our authentic Mediterranean sailings out of Athens and the Greek islands, we have no sea days ever.
Wow,
None.
that's
These two
insane.
Western Mediterranean itineraries, we actually have one sea day from the Barcelona to Lisbon and Lisbon to Barcelona. So it's really we design our itineraries to get you to places that you don't typically go to.
Wow. And what I love, like you said, you're staying later.
Yep.
You know, a lot of these big
Where we
ships.
can, where we can.
Right, right. Well, you can't stay late everywhere, but you know, a lot of these big ships, you know, they need everybody to be back on the ship by like 5 or 6. Because our kitchen, you know, if we're going to serve 4,000 people, we need to get that schedule going
Exactly,
at a
exactly.
certain time. But when you're a smaller ship, you can say, well, you know, if half the people come back, half the people stay out. It's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I love that.
Cool.
I love that. So I got to ask you, you know, getting back to food, what are some of your favorite dishes that we should know about on your ships?
Oh,
I'm putting you on the spot, man. Now, John and I have gone out to dinner a couple of times, and I know
yeah,
he is a foodie. We really enjoy getting together for dinner. We're going to have to do it again soon.
we have
Um,
to.
so tell us about some of your favorite dishes on the ship.
Listen, I'm pretty traditional in the sense that at Grill Seekers, our steak restaurant, I'm not a big filet fan. I've
Hmm.
never loved filet. Like it's a great tender piece of meat, but I
Hmm.
like a good sirloin, a good uh, uh, what's the word? What's the other steaks that they have there? Sirloin's my favorite. Flat,
Okay.
flat and stuff. So, um,
Awesome.
on that ship at Grill Seekers, that's one of my favorite things. We do a great sirloin,
Nice.
mushrooms, and some potatoes, and then like I said, I love a good Greek wine when I'm sailing
Oh,
on our ships, and it just pairs very very well. So
wow. Nice. And Alex wants to know, how is the coffee?
well,
Come on, it
so
better have good coffee.
on both ships, we created. So the ships that we have now, we took delivery of them. So we had two other ships. We got rid of them and brought in two different ships. And
Hmm.
so we probably in about a year and a half ago, both ships went through a refurb with the interiors and the social areas and some of the cabins. And so we put on both of the ships a coffee spot that we called Cafe Nation, and
Nice.
we use Illy coffee. That's our official
Nice.
coffee. So to answer your question, the coffee is phenomenal.
Yes. You had me at Illy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Illy's my
Illy.
second favorite coffee. I got to be honest with you. I do
Oh,
love Illy. Lavazza is my favorite coffee of all time,
really?
but Illy is actually really good. I do love it.
Mine is a blend called Stumptown. It's a roaster called Stumptown.
All
I
right.
think they're from Portland. They're either from Portland or Pittsburgh. I
Oh,
get it confused
interesting.
all the time.
I think I've
But
actually
yeah,
tried that, believe it or not. Yeah.
yeah, I grind it every day. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, what else have I got here, John? So, you know, if somebody, and hopefully by now y'all are really thinking about Greece again, or you're thinking about the Mediterranean, because if you haven't like already thought about it, because you know, one of the things is if you're looking at all the mainstream cruise lines, you're like, it's the same itinerary, it's just a different ship.
Yeah.
Literally, it's the same itinerary. Like they're all running because the ships are so big, they can only go so many places, so they all have to go to the same places. So if somebody has been really thinking about Greece, I've really been thinking about the Mediterranean, what would you like them to walk away with tonight in terms of Celestial and finally taking that Mediterranean or Greek vacation?
The best way of describing that is if you're thinking of doing the Greek islands or the Adriatic, you want to see a little bit of Italy, Croatia, Montenegro, the Greek islands, Spain, France, Morocco, Portugal. We are your best authentically Mediterranean cruise line out there. We've been doing it forever. We make it a very intimate, family-like experience when you're on board the ship. But like I said, it's where we take you that others can't, and it's what we do with you when we get you there. And on top of that, there's extremely great value because we have a lot that's included in your cruise fare. It's
That's
that simple.
awesome.
And you're not sitting on board with 5,000 people. You're on board with 1,300, and it's just a chilled environment.
I love it. Because who wants to be stressed? And
No.
especially there, right? That's what the
Stressed
whole
anywhere.
lifestyle is, right?
Just drive on the I-4, Walter, and it's stressful, right? You know, like why would you want to do that when you go on vacation? Go get on a ship that's not so many people. You can actually enjoy your time.
This is why I do the Bright Line to Miami. I'm not driving to
love
Miami
Brightline.
anymore.
Oh my God, I love Brightline to Miami. I really do.
Shout out Brightline. We love
Go
you, Brightline.
Brightline.
Well, John, man, it's almost been an hour already.
Yes,
Folks, if you
my
got
God,
any
that's amazing.
folks, you got any extra questions here at the end, just go ahead and drop them in real quick. But I hope this has got you Mediterranean dreaming, a little Greek dreaming about maybe a cruise line and an experience that you may not have known about, or maybe you've heard about it, didn't really know what this thing is all about. Celestial is a really interesting cruise line, and as Betty said, we need to get a group going. I really want to get a group going.
We're gonna come with you. I'll come with you.
I would love it if you came with us, John.
And cocktails, all kinds.
John, you can be the host. You can
No,
be the host.
I'll just come and pour the drinks for free. You be the host. It's your client. I just want to make sure they have a great time on board the ship.
Folks, he just said he's going to pour the drinks for free. Did you hear that? Well, this was awesome. So, folks, if we can help you plan your celestial adventure, certainly do reach out. where'swaltertravel.com. Our links are down in the description below. Thanks to amazing partners like John, we can bring you these incredible vacations, literally to all points of the globe. And we love introducing you to things that maybe you didn't think about before. So I hope this has opened your eyes to small ship cruising, to maybe a brand new cruise line you'd never considered before. And once again, we got John back. John, we're going to have you back, sooner than later.
Let's do this live in person. I'll like sit in the office with you. We'll do this together. That'd be
Dude, I will make pasta. You come on over here.
Listen, I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but like I literally was driving to him like, my God, why didn't we do this in person?
Yeah, we could have.
So we'll do it in Q4.
Yeah, we'll do it when it's cooler and it's not quite so hot out.
It's too hot right now.
It's too hot right now. So, all right. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'll be back with you on Sunday morning at 10:30 where we do our little Q&A. John, once again, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Walter. I appreciate it. And thank you for everybody who joined in today. And if you need anything, please reach out to Walter about Celestial.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Good night, everybody.